I'm creating and doing things, I don't expect people to understand me. I don't expect people to see what I'm seeing. So, at a young age, I got used to people saying, you're crazy. That's never going to work.
I'm with the legend, jarule. Obviously, needs no introduction at all. And I've been such a fan of your music. I mean, I don't get starstruck at all. And when I met you, I just so starstruck because I think your music ties in so much nostalgia, so many great memories. I mean, that was such a big part of my life. And I think that's what's cool about music. So when I met you, I just was in awe. So it was so great to meet you. But so today we're streaming live on your Iconn app. And just so you know, I wanted to interview you because my podcast is called Built, and it talks about how successful people like yourself have built who they are today. And I kind of just want to know your background, what you went through, how you got to where you are, and kind of where you're going in life. So with no further ado, let's talk a little bit about your background and how you got into music.
Man, loved entertaining since I was a child. My aunts and my uncles used to do like talent shows and shit like that, and they used to, have me in them and stuff like that. And back then, it was like the end thing and the thing to dance like Mike. So if you dance like Michael Jackson, you had your show going on. So I used to, I think entertainment was in my blood. It was in my soul. So I think that's where it started. But as I got older, I got into making music, hip hop. But that started, when I was around probably like 14, 15, and in my first year in high school, something like that. I started really making hip hop. Not serious, not real, professional, but, just like started rhyming in the, lunch rooms with the homies, beating on the tables, that type of thing. And and before you knew it, I was, forming a group with a couple of guys that was in my school with me, and we did that, and it was okay, but it didn't work out. But that's kind of where it all started,
Yeah. So, I mean, was it that easy where you just started rapping, you just started doing all these things, and then you just got picked up? Or, I mean, there's a lot of groundwork to that, right?
For me, just starting to rap, it didn't happen for a long, long time after that. So I started rapping around 14, 15. I probably didn't. That's not that bad. I got my first deal probably when I was about 17, 18, I want to say. And that was my deal with my group, Cash Money Click. So, yeah, it seemed like so much longer. When you're actually doing it, you're trying to get on and you're struggling. It seems like such a long time, but hindsight 2020, that doesn't feel like that long from 14 to 15, and then 17, 18, I got my deal. But got my first record deal with my group, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, it was a struggle. It was definitely a struggle to put it together and make it happen, because even when I got my deal with my group, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. The group broke up, and then before you knew it, my whole dream was shattered, and I was back looking for a record deal again. So, as much as it feels like it happened quickly and things, it was definitely a struggle.
So I was listening to another interview you did a little while ago, and you talked about when you were trying to pursue your dream and you were trying to get where you are now, you had a lot of people that were even very close to you that doubted you and that said, hey, go get a real job, go, do something else. And how did you...
Mom.
Your mom. Your mom. So how did you overcome that? How did you keep pushing and push through that criticism that you're getting?
I have this ability to believe in me more than anybody believes. special skill. You know, a lot of people think they have that I call it supreme confidence. But a lot of people are very fragile and very weak, and care a lot about what people think about them and what people say about them. Those things don't matter to me as much because I see myself as a trailblazer, as a trendsetter, innovator. So at times, when I'm creating and doing things, I don't expect people to understand me. I don't expect people to see what I'm seeing. So, at a young age, I got used to people saying, you're crazy. That's never going to work. Stop thinking, stop dreaming to the moon, boy. You know what I'm saying? And all this kind of crazy shit you hear. Because, sometimes when you grow up in the hood, in the ghettos of America, or it doesn't seem feasible to come from where you are at that moment and go from that to stardom or fame or success or wealth or anything of that nature. It's very hard to fathom that when you're young and you've never seen anybody from your particular neighborhood or area ever amass to that. It becomes even more far-fetched. So you have to have supreme confidence in this business or in any business, whether it be tech or music or film or media. You have to have supreme confidence. Like, think about the confidence you have to be a media person. There's so many people in the space,
Yes, absolutely.
Or if you are trying to think about it even beyond, like if you're trying to be like a news anchor. Like, imagine if you're a kid and you go to school, for communications and that's your major and you want to be like a news person. And fucking these news people keep these spots till they're like 80, 90 years old.
Yeah.
It's like, how long do you have to wait to get your shot? You know what I'm saying? You have to have supreme confidence, and push through and believe in yourself when nobody else does. And sometimes it's easier said than done.
So you said that you grew up in these rough neighborhoods. How have those struggles from your neighborhoods helped your work ethic today and what it is?
Me and Irv talk about this all the time, with the kids and stuff, and how we grew up versus how they growing up. And, did that drive us more, being that we were poor and, you want to buy your mama a house, you want to get
Yes.
motherhood, those type of thoughts running through your mind and stuff, or even if you have a child, maybe, while you're in those situations like we both did. And those become your main objectives. How am I going to feed my family? How am I going to take care of these people that depend on me? So maybe you're driven a little bit more because you're in dire straits. But those same situations can also, hurt you and hold you back in a lot of ways because it's built that way. It's built to do so. So it's yes and no because I feel like my kids they don't have the same thought process or the same drive of they need to get out of the struggle. They need to, it's either some live or die.
Mm-hmm. Like you got to be hungry.
Yeah, that's not their thought process, but they come from now a line of success. And so now they don't know anything else but to be successful. So for them not to be successful is a failure. For them not to do something with their life is, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a different thought process, but internally it's the same.
Yep.
So as I get to watch my kids grow up and I see, their hunger and how driven they are, I know what their drive is. Their drive is to also be successful because it's to them it's not fathomable to them to be not successful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they have a lot of eyes on them. They have a lot of eyes from the public and wanting to know what they're going to be.
Right. So it's just a different drive, but I think, both sides are driven.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And they come from you. And so genetically, they're going to have a little bit of that fire in them. So they're going to come up.
Yeah.
So another thing I wanted to talk about is in the spotlight, you know, you talk about even news reporters and having that confidence in the spotlight. I mean, you tweet something and it goes viral. You say something and you get criticism and you get haters. And how do you deal with that? How do you consistently push and you consistently stay true to who you are and just continue that positivity?
I mean, that's easy. You know, you gotta learn to tune out all the white noise, and that's important that you learn to do that, especially in these day and age. But you know, it's crazy because I do. You know, when you see the hate, it makes me feel sorry for people because you know I'm like, wow, you have this hatred for these artists. Not just me, I see it across the board. They hate everybody. It's like, Jesus Christ, I thought you loved this person. You know what I'm saying? You know, I thought you hated on me. You hate everybody. But when I see it like that, it just makes me feel like, you know, this person is really hurting. This person is going through something. And I can guarantee you, jarule didn't give you that hurt. Jarule didn't give you that pain. Or none of these artists that you are sitting here, you know, spewing all of this hate on gave you that pain or hurt that you're going through. You know, so it makes me feel sad for people who are going through that. You know what I mean? That because when you're successful and you're doing well, you don't get on platforms and hate on people. Or if you're not miserable with your life, you don't. That's not a thing. You just like, hey, good for you, man. You're doing good. Hey, he fucked up. Scroll past. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a thing where
yes.
like, I need to say something. You understand? So I get it. You know, I do get it. And, you know, whatever makes, you know, I think of it this way because I try to be a light. I've been through so much in my life. I try to be on the right side of things. I try to be on the light side of things. And it's like, if you hating on artists or hating on me, if that brings you joy, that gives you light in your life, do that. I want everybody to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a lot more mature than me.
If that's honestly making a person happy, think about it. If that's what really, really makes you happy by getting on my Twitter or my Instagram and saying some crazy shit to me, if that's really bringing you joy, by all means, enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be happy. I want the world to be happy. You understand? That's just what it is. Because I'm happy. I'm happy. You know, I'm living my life and I enjoy my family. See, you know, I think people, they bottle up happiness with success.
Yes.
And that's always the case. When I was broke, I was happy still. I enjoyed what I was doing. You know what I mean? When I was locked up, you know, I still had a smile on my face, even though I was in that bad situation. I'm not gonna say I was happy, but you know, I wasn't in bad spirits. I wouldn't use the word happy, but I wasn't in bad spirits. You know, like, you know, this is temporary. I always think of like to look at things on the glass half full side. So, you know, it's just, you know, who I am as a person. I don't know if it's a Pisces thing or what, but you know, that's just how I like to live my life. You know.
Pisces, man. I'm a Gemini. No one wants to be friends with me.
See, y'all, you got that Tupac thing. Just, you know.
Yes. So is there a time in your life that you can say is the most pivotal moment of your career? I mean, you've done so much. You're an actor, rapper, writer, everything. Is there something that sticks out to you that really changed your career and your future?
You know, it's funny that you asked that because I think what I'm doing right now, this is different. This is pivotal. This is jarule doing tech, you know, and stepping out in the tech space and creating and innovating and doing things that a lot of guys in my genre are not doing, you know. And then I've always, you know, been the guy to do something a little bit outside the box, try something a little different, you know. Take a risk, you know. When I started doing the melodic thing and singing and rapping and the duets with chicks, you know, a lot of people were scared of that and what that might, you know, the backlash it might bring. And it brought some, but we also made a shitload of money and we had a shitload of success and, you know, we got a bunch of accolades and a bunch of lifelong fans and some timeless fucking music out of it. So I'm, you know, you in life you gotta take the good with the bad. Everything's not gonna be all, you know, wins. There's going to be some losses. It's the only motherfucker I know undefeated is Floyd.
Yeah, I mean,
and he's had some losses in life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
Like I'm saying, it's just, you go through your ups and downs, and everybody goes through that, and it's part of life, and you have to experience those things to build the character of a person that you become in life, and that's just reality,
Yeah, some of my favorite people have gone through the worst shit I've ever seen, and that's made them who they are today, and I respect it, and they have more clarity on life, they work hard, they're different people, they're a different breed. So you recently posted that you finished a business degree at Harvard, and you talk stocks, you have this new Iconn app. I mean, clearly you're more than music, you're an entrepreneur. And so I want you to just kind of touch on that, touch about what's next for you and kind of what you're working on today.
One thing that I've learned from, mentors and guys that, help me along with my thing here, what I'm doing, and like I said, mentors, is you gotta be laser focused vision on what you're doing. And right now my focus is on Iconn, building the platform, launching it, getting it out to the masses, solving a few problems in my industry, through, monetization of content and, the booking industry, which is very archaic. It needs a life support, so those things are important to me. I'm an artist, and these are my way of paying it forward to new artists, seeing, the things that I would have wanted when I was a young artist, and trying to help and navigate and bring some of these things, to these young artists through technology, helping them be their own bosses, by using technology, helping them, do those sort of things. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy doing those things. Harvard was something that I felt that I needed to do during the pandemic because I was bored, and I really wanted to. They were offering these really dope courses. So Harvard Business Online School offers these great courses, but you don't have to take the whole curriculum. You can zone in on the thing that you want to do and take that course. And there's several courses, so you can take a bunch of them. I took Entrepreneurship Essentials, and it was dope. It was a dope course. It's a 4-week course, I believe it was, and you get your certificate for that in that specific thing, and then you can take another course. So, yeah, another example of how media can blow things out of proportion and make it more than what it is. But it's a very dope course, and it's a Harvard course, and it's an accomplishment. And anybody who's taken the course should be very proud of it and what the, and completing it. Because trust me, the work is not easy.
Well, it just shows what kind of person you are, that you were bored, so you got on Harvard and decided to take a course. I mean, most people aren't doing that right now.
Yeah, I mean, they found other things to do during quarantine, but that was something, especially with launching my new company and dealing with venture capital and all those great things. I felt it was important for me to brush up or learn the fundamentals, the basics on certain things, and really it taught me the framework of POCD, which is really cool, and it was just a great course. I would recommend it for anybody.
Yeah. Well, I have some questions that the listeners of my podcast wanted to send your way. So we're going to do a little rapid fire questions, if you don't mind. There's only 5 of them. Answer quickly, whatever first comes to your mind. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Favorite city to perform in?
New York, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Okay. Childhood hero?
Shit. Muhammad Ali.
Ooh, that's a good one. Favorite artist to work with?
All of them.
I can't just call out one. Listen, I'm so glad you did those collabs with females, because then I get to sing a part in the song when I'm listening to your music. Yeah. So I appreciate the girls in there. When are you most inspired?
Oh, this is a good one. In the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, I call it my think tank. So I get in there and I kind of woosah for the day, and I usually do it after my workout. I go work out, you know, get my bath soaked, the muscles, woosah, and think. And I really come up with great ideas. So I started calling it the think tank. So I get in the think tank
and disconnect from the world. That's probably the biggest part. You don't have anyone bothering you.
You know, it's nobody, the kids don't bother me. Nobody bothers me. They're like, Dad's in the bath.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll wait till you get to the bath. So it's like everything's on hold until I get out the bath.
Yes.
I like.
Yes. Okay, favorite quote.
Ooh, favorite quote. That's a good one. I thought of like three of them.
You can give me all three if you want.
It's a mixture of a quote, I guess. You know, it's a mixture of a quote between 3:16. What scripture is it? I think it's John 3:16. Is it John 3:16?
I think so.
He believeth in Jah. I switched it to it was as if he who believeth in Lord, but I switched it to he who believeth in Jah shall have everlasting life. He who does not shall not see life, but the wrath of my vengeance. Yeah, I like that. Very good quote.
I like it. I like it a lot. Do you, and I'm going to just throw this one in here because it came off the top of my head. Do you have a favorite song? It can be yours. It can be somebody else's, something you connect with.
You know what? I can't say it's my favorite song, but when I think of favorite moments, that song, because it was my song when I was in my wedding, me and my wife, it's called Love by Music Soul Child. And I recently found out that song was also like a church song that he flipped, and it used to mean God.
Oh.
It was like love, it was Lord, I think. You know what I mean? And so that was kind of cool. So, you know, but it's not my favorite song, but it's a moment song.
Yeah.
It's a song that brings a great moment to my mind. And so I guess love. But I have a lot of not a lot of favorite songs, but I have a lot of songs that I like, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't be a music artist if you didn't. But
yeah.
So
what's your favorite song?
I mean, I can tell you my favorite songs from you, and that's the I'm Real and Always on Time. Because I said I can sing the girl parts of it. But
Auntie and J-Lo.
Yeah, of course. What else? But I wanted to ask you, as we wrap it up, for the people that are listening, what is something you want them to take away from this interview, whether it be to work hard, perseverance? What would you want them to take away?
Those are two very good things that you just said. Work hard, perseverance. That was one of the things I was going to say, perseverance.
I see that in your life. That's something that's continuous for you.
You know, if you know, sometimes you're going to go through things, or a lot of times you go through things. You persevere, you push, you move on, you know, positive attitude, and get on to your next great thing. And you know, it's crazy because when you're an investor, right, you'll invest in fucking 10 different things just in hopes that one of them go. And that's what people don't really know. You know, 9 of them are probably going to be not, you know, great, you know, and that's how those things go. But that one that does, it covers all the rest of them, and then, you know, home run.
Yes.
So that's investing goes like that when you invest in a new, you know, startup companies and stuff like that. It's hard to know which one is going to go. You think it's a good idea, you invest in it, and it doesn't work. That happens a lot.
Yeah. And that's kind of been a theme with people that I've interviewed, the successful people that I've interviewed, is failure over and over and over again, and continuously learning from that failure and not being afraid of failure and just keep going, because that's just, you have to take it. You have to take failure with you. That's
the biggest fear, is failure.
Yeah.
They're scared to fail. Or they're scared what people around them are going to say if they fail.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's people's biggest fear. They're scared to get outside of their comfort zone and take a risk or take a shot at something that they're really passionate about. And that only breeds resentment, because as you get older and you've never done that thing that you were passionate about, you're going to regret that. And in life, the only thing you regret are the things that you didn't do. So,
That's such a perfect quote. That's such a perfect quote. I'm going to remember that. The only things you regret are the things you didn't do. That's awesome. Well, I wanted to say thank you for not only from me, but for entertaining all of us in our lives. Your music, like I said, has had so many great memories growing up and having it with me. And I'm forever grateful for that. And I'm really, really excited to see the direction that you're going with all this new tech. I obviously try to keep up to date with everything that you're doing. And you're such a great person. And I'm so glad that we met. And I had so much fun when we met. And you're awesome.
So you're on the platform, and I'm about to do this amazing launch party. But I've been having a lot of great, early adoption with the platform. A lot of people have been signing up. Even, I'm not in the App Store. I'm still in like beta, in test flight. But I'm going in the App Store really soon, and this thing is gonna pick up. And there's gonna be a lot of people here. And I would love for you to start doing or even posting some of your workouts. Like, put them up there and charge for your workouts. And people will pay for your great workout routines, I'm sure. So this is what this is built for. It's for content creators like yourself who create amazing content for people who, would definitely pay for it, because there's a lot of people that can, right now, that need to get that quarantine 15 off.
Oh, yes. I know. I've been meaning to do it. It's on my list of things because I've been just playing around with the app and learning how it works and trying to set that price point.
You have a bunch of workouts that you already recorded. You can just upload them.
Oh,
and
perfect.
Charge for them.
Perfect.
Yeah, those same ones that you already did, upload them and charge a fee for, workout. Just, let people know this is the whatever workout and it's going to cost you this. And charge for it, and people pay for it. But you can also do a class if you want.
Yes, a live class.
You can do and people will pay for to watch you do your workout live. You can charge people to come in live and do your workouts daily if you wanted to.
That's cool. I like that.
And follow you follow your workout like Jack LaLanne and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, hey, you need to come out to Vegas again, and we can do an in-live interview, like in-person interview, because that'll be fun. I'm sure people would love to hear more from you always.
Absolutely.
Well, hit me up.
Hey, this was dope.
Yes, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.